Hello, welcome to News English from Nigerian television station. Here comes our news today. On November the 8th, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính affirmed that the government of Vietnam will resolutely be ready to ensure the maintenance of national energy security, in which Australia promulgated a plan to implement the 8th power planning. The government is resolutely ready to ensure the maintenance of national energy security, including urgently promulgating the plan to implement the 8th electricity planning, reviewing and improving institutions for renewable electricity industry development in the spirit of Resolution number 55 of the Politburo, improving the efficiency of transmission, dispatching and distribution stages, including speeding up the construction progress of the 500 kilovolt line from the central region to the north, soon completing the competitive electricity trading market, direct electricity trading mechanism, and incentive mechanism for the development of rooftop power sources. At the same time, ensuring enough gasoline for production, business and consumption, strengthening international cooperation, promoting green and clean energy conversion. Đồng Nai Provincial People's Committee has issued Notice number 468 assigning the State Bank of Vietnam Đồng Nai branch to continue proactively implementing focused credit management solutions. Notice number 468 also requires banks and direct credit institutions in the area to make efforts to continue reducing interest rates on loans, support and accompany businesses and people to overcome difficulties, in particular, continuing to promote the implementation of the 2% interest rate support package, promote solutions to effectively disperse the 120 trillion Vietnam dong credit package for investment loans, social housing purchases, and old apartment renovations. At the same time, speeding up the disbursement of the 15 trillion Vietnam dong credit package for the forestry and fishery sectors. State management agencies in the province continue to coordinate closely with business associations and associations to grasp the difficulties and problems of businesses in the production and business process. Đồng Nai Department of Industry and Trade recently sent an official dispatch to the People's Committees of districts and cities in the province. Production and business enterprises, commercial centers, supermarkets, price stabilization points, traders, and general petroleum distribution agents in Đồng Nai province. The official dispatch mentions the implementation of tasks under the direction of the Ministry of Industry and Trade and the Provincial People's Committee on the work observing the 2024 Lunar New Year. Accordingly, it is recommended that the People's Committees of districts and cities review and reassess the needs and sources of goods and services in the area in the last months of 2023. The official dispatch also proposes to develop a plan to serve the 2024 Lunar New Year. The official dispatch clearly states that production and business enterprises, supermarkets, and shopping centers need to have solutions to ensure adequate supply of goods before, during, and after the Lunar New Year. On November the 8th, Azerbaijan held a military parade in the Nagorno-Karabakh region under the supervision of President Ilham Aliyev. The Azerbaijani president's office released a photo of the country's army and military band lining up in Khankendi Central Square. The Azerbaijani flag hangs in front of the building that used to be the office of the separatist leader of the Karabakh region. Baku and Yerevan fought two wars over Armenian populated lands in 2020 and in the 1990s. November the 8th is the third anniversary of Azerbaijan's victory in the Six-Week War with Armenia in 2020, which saw Baku recapture large tracts of land that Armenia had controlled for 3 decades. Japanese seafood exports to China in September decreased sharply compared to the same period last year. That's because Beijing suspended imports to protest Japan's discharge of treated water from the Fukushima nuclear plant into the sea. Japan's Ministry of Fisheries said export value reached 800 million yen, $5.3 million in September, down 90.8% in yen terms. China used to be the largest export market for Japanese seafood, and last year's export value reached about $578 million. Japan did not export scallops, sea cucumbers, or tuna to China in September. Outbound shipments were limited to non-food items such as pearls and coral. Meanwhile, Japan's total agricultural, forestry, fishery, and food exports from January to September increased 5.8% to about $7 billion. That's all for news English for today, Victory News, and goodbye.